There are YouTubers who chase speed for entertainment, and then there's Cletus McFarland, the man who turned a joke, mullet, and a camera into one of the biggest motorsports empires in America. But behind the burnouts, laughter, and far beyond the high-octane chaos his fans adore, lies a part of his story most people never talk about. A moment when everything he built nearly collapsed, and the threat so real it almost reshaped his entire future. Today, we're diving into the rise of Garrett Mitchell, the legend behind Cletus McFarland.
From hours of buffing on a limousine that was sitting right here. Mr. Sam, how many hours did you put in the limo?
I have many hours in that limo.
And uncovering the hidden struggles, near disaster, and the one dark twist that changed the trajectory of his empire forever. Garrett Mitchell, whom the world knows as Cletus McFarland, grew up like any other kid who loved loud engines and long stretches of empty road. But somewhere between the streets of Omaha, Nebraska, and the blinding lights of Florida racetracks, he discovered something most people never do: the courage to turn a moment of humor into a lifetime of freedom. His story begins quietly, with a camera in his hand and curiosity in his eyes, long before anyone called him Cletus. Yet even then, something about him suggested that life wouldn't stay quiet for long. He was studying reactions before he knew it, how people responded to videos, engaged with stories, and how the internet rewarded authenticity even when wrapped in humor, maybe especially when wrapped in humor. The early years weren't glamorous. He was filming cars.
As far as interior goes, I got this tilt seat because I'm 6'6", tall mother effer, and Pro Charger screen. Otherwise, everything's basically
Learning editing, hustling behind the scenes, and absorbing everything he could while working with 1320 Video. It was a crash course in online storytelling, a lesson in how a camera could turn ordinary moments into something people couldn't stop watching. If someone had told him then that a random joke would change his life, he probably would have laughed. Yet on one unforgettable day, that's exactly what happened. At a racing event, Garrett slipped into a character voice, an exaggerated Southern patriot who was loud, unapologetic, and absolutely ridiculous. It was supposed to be funny between friends. Instead, it exploded across the internet overnight. People did not just laugh, they demanded more. And Garrett, instead of brushing it off as a one-time joke, recognized an opportunity only someone with his digital instincts could see. He understood the internet, how audiences behave, and most importantly, he understood himself. He left his stable job and stepped into the unknown. What kind of person takes a character that started as a joke and risks their entire future on it? What kind of belief does it take to gamble everything on a persona named Cletus McFarland? Maybe the better question is, how many people listen when destiny knocks disguised as a joke? The YouTube channel grew because Garrett embraced chaos. Engines blown on camera, last-minute repairs, unpredictable builds, all real life and not polished edits. The audience grew into millions, and with that growth came something more powerful than fame: vision. Garrett wanted something real, concrete, and something that couldn't disappear with a change in the algorithm. He wanted land and a racetrack. In early 2020, he made the boldest move of his life. The old DeSoto Speedway, a forgotten racetrack in Manatee County, Florida, was falling apart. Most saw an abandoned liability, but Garrett saw a home for his dreams.
Many people may see what I'm about to show you as a useless facility. Hell, it's been sitting useless for over 2 years. But we see much more. We see a mini burnout stadium.
He bought it outright, about $2.2 million, and renamed it the Freedom Factory.
We present to you our Freedom Factory.
A place where engines could roar without apology. But fate can be cruelly timed. Almost as soon as he signed the papers, the world shut down. Events were canceled, crowds disappeared, and uncertainty wrapped around every decision he made. Publicly, he smiled through videos and kept producing content. But privately, the weight was real. He didn't hide that the risks were massive. Many creators lost momentum during the pandemic, and Garrett, with a newly purchased racetrack and enormous bills, could have been one of them. When fans couldn't come to races, he brought the races to them. He launched pay-per-view live streams, At a time when even seasoned businesses didn't know how to transition into digital events. Against all odds, the first major broadcast from the Freedom Factory pulled tens of thousands of paying viewers. It was beyond just luck. It was the combination of timing, instinct, and absolute refusal to quit. And somewhere between those empty bleachers and roaring engines, Garrett realized that he had built something far bigger than he expected. His empire didn't rely on YouTube ads or sponsorship scraps. It came from ownership of land, content, and of distribution. The Freedom Factory became the beating heart of everything he built. Events like Cletus and Cars, burnout competitions, and massive racing festivals brought fans from all over the country. People were more than just watching. They were joining a community. They were part of something loud, messy, and wildly human. Yet success has a way of creating new enemies. As the years passed, a proposed 4,500 home development near the Freedom Factory threatened everything. Noise complaints weren't a problem yet, but Garrett knew they would be. He fought the issue publicly, attended county meetings, and argued with honesty that racetracks make noise and that engines do not whisper.
Right? They used to be in town. We moved them out of town to prevent this exact issue. Now we moved them out of town and we're planning on putting 4,000 plus homes right next to them. I don't think the current plan that they are proposing can protect the racetracks and their historic value. And for those reasons today, I think this should not be approved.
Thank you.
The county ended up approving the development anyway. For the first time, the future of the Freedom Factory felt uncertain. There was no tragedy, shutdown, and no forced silence, but the possibility lingered like a shadow. What do you do when the dream you risked everything for faces a threat you can't control? Do you fight harder, or do you build a backup plan strong enough to survive anything? Garrett chose both. While the Freedom Factory remained open and active, he expanded his vision. He bought a private airfield in Florida, a massive piece of land that signaled evolution. Verified reports placed the purchase around $3.5 million.
And I feel extremely lucky to tell you all that I was able to purchase it from Marvin's children. To be honest, I had to spend nearly every dollar I have to make this purchase happen, but I just couldn't let this place go.
The airfield wasn't a replacement for the Freedom Factory. It was insurance, a second home base, and a testament to his belief that the empire he built should never rely on one location alone. It was strategic, bold, and above all, it was pure. Garrett, a man who plans for the storm while still racing in the sunshine. All the while, his digital ecosystem grew. FRDM Plus, his live streaming and motorsports entertainment platform, became more polished, ambitious, and more widely watched. Unlike many influencers who jump into subscription models and collapse under the pressure, Garrett built FRDM Plus with patience and practicality. Publications like Wired and Ars Technica documented its growth, noting that he kept a small team, avoided unrealistic burn rates, and remained heavily involved in every aspect of production. His audience were paying for authenticity, access to something real, and for a brand that never forgot where it came from. And through all this, Garrett continued doing what brought him joy in the first place: driving. He raced in the Stadium Super Truck Series in 2022. In 2025, he stepped into the ARCA Menard Series, driving the number 34 car for Rhett Jones Racing. It was about passion, about becoming the kind of racer he used to film from behind a camera. Every lap he runs is a reminder that the kid from Omaha still lives inside him, still hungry for speed, and thrilled by the roar of an engine under his control. His personal life remains more private, with public confirmations limited to his marriage to Maddie and a shared life built quietly behind the curtain of fame. While the world sees the burnouts and the races, only those close to him see the exhaustion, endless editing sessions, and the business decisions that stretch long into the night. Success looks glamorous from the outside, but the truth is simple. Garrett works relentlessly, not because he has to anymore, but because he genuinely loves the world he has built. That love is visible in every race he hosts, live stream he creates, and every mile he drives. By 2025, credible estimates placed his net worth around $10 million. His wealth comes from ownership, entrepreneurship, land, events, live streaming, and an audience that believes in him. He stands as one of the rare creators who broke the cycle of dependence on ad revenue and built something permanent. And maybe that is why his story resonates so deeply as it's a story of instinct, risk, and resilience. A story about a man who took a character meant for comedy and turned it into a symbol of independence. His story asks a question most people are afraid to answer. What would your life look like if you dared to bet on yourself completely? For Garrett Mitchell, the answer roars across the Freedom Factory every time an engine screams into the Florida air. It echoes in the thousands of fans who gather at his events, and it grows with every new project he dreams up, track he revitalizes, and every race he runs. From Omaha to Florida, and from a joke to a legitimate motorsports empire, he has proved that freedom isn't given. It's built from one risk and decision at a time.